meteorologist Chase Jones.
Well, we're pointing you off towards the north, and technically if it rains inside of my forecast area, then I got the forecast right, seeing a little bit of rain make its way in through the sunset, and then we see some impressive lightning as we make our way into the halfway point, and some beautiful weather, but a colder weather definitely on the way by this weekend. Now, temperatures over the last 24 hours going to get a better idea of why and where we're seeing some of this rain shower activity pushing down into those upper 60s. No rain, but high cloud cover all the way up into those 90s. You feel how humid it was today, and then we're dropping off slowly, and that sharp drop into those 70s, that's where we start to see some of that rain shower activity. That's the convective level. That's the mechanism that I'm looking for to see some of this more rain activity by the weekend with some of that colder air. 79 in San Angelo. Everybody else with us in those upper 70s across the entire area. Shades of green trying to work their way in from the northwest. You can see the pocket of cold air making its way in as that heat gets pulled out of the atmosphere. 77 in Big Lake, off the way down to Junction, still at 78, and 80 up there in Sterling City. So it's looking about 3 degrees across the entire Concho Valley, unless you want to count Robert Lee over there to Sterling City. So 7 degrees and not that short of a distance, but you get a better idea of where those pockets of moisture are making their way through this evening. Now, dew points still down there in those 60s, if not those upper 50s, while humidity indices have only moved up about 10% across the entire day, and that's across the entire region, while we're starting to see those winds turn out of the east. Now, moisture tracker is going to get a better idea of where the dry line is going to move back and forth. That's where we have our eye on Wednesday, Thursday, moving into this weekend for some of that cold air to make its way through and some potential severe weather. Now, Brian's been asking about some of these games that will be going down on Saturday and the potential for hail. This is Friday going into it, so you see where my data starts to end, Brian. Now, upper level pattern going to show you where we're going to watch this sort of low pressure system. Here's the ridging that's going to warm us up by tomorrow, but this is the cutoff low I have my eye on as we make our way in towards the weekend. Now, looking pretty weak, but you see how strong that vertical flow is. That's where we're keeping our eye on the strong southerly winds and the potential for severe weather. Now, we take it into the water vapor imagery because we're keeping our eye on this main central pressure system as it makes its way over tonight. It's going to move all this moisture out of the Concho Valley and up towards the northeast. Right behind it, we're keeping our eye on this cold front, Brian. This is the one we have our eye on for this weekend. Severe weather outlook for tonight is going to give us a better idea of this weekend because this is how it's going to shape up the exact same way. It's going to be somewhere around the Panhandle and then off towards the northwest of the Concho Valley. Hail probability is going to stay this strong. Now, the rain shower activity we're seeing make its way through our area tonight, it's going to prime the atmosphere tomorrow as we get a little bit warmer. Now, the satellite is showing you how quickly it's fizzling out of our area as the central pressure system makes its way down from the Sierra Madres across the Panhandle. It's going to move over Abilene, and the radar right now showing you how the moisture is moving in this sort of northeasterly trajectory as those winds from the east start to pump more moisture back into the Concho Valley for tomorrow. Now, Futurecast is going to show you where these storms are moving out of our area, but you see the low cloud cover making its way in. Now, a vast majority of it moving in this sort of northwesterly direction, but here comes the central pressure system. You see it going around the Concho Valley, and by Wednesday, Thursday evening, I run out of data. So tonight, we're going to keep our eye on that rain shower activity as we drop back down into those 60s. Then tomorrow, a good run at those mid 80s, but I bet you we get a little bit warmer than that. Now, my technical director asking me if we have the potential for severe weather tomorrow. No, it's not, but by this weekend, around Friday night, here it comes. A big explosion of temperatures, a big drop, a lot of moisture making its way in. Then it sticks around all the way through the weekend. Steady rain shower activity, pockets of rain, and then we hold on to those 70s. Brian, take a good look at the weekend. Then overnight, those lows just stay in those 50s and those 60s. But that cold of a drop, I have my eye on that wind chill factor. Don't blow away. We have more KSAN News after the break.